What's up everybody, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to talk about the arrow functions. Arrow functions like as the normal functions, there is no much more difference between the arrow functions and the normal functions. The only difference is just a syntactical difference, so that's it. Arrow functions are pretty much clear, and there is no much more difference, and it has the implicit return, so you don't need to put the return keyword in the arrow functions. I will tell you how to do all those things in this video. And there is something called this keyword we are using in the normal regular functions. Like if you want to bind something with another function, you have to use this keyword. You don't want to do this kind of nasty stuff in the arrow functions. Okay, I will tell some of the examples. I will take some examples and I will show you how actually the arrow functions work. So first I'm going to take a function keyword and I'm going to try to print some name over here, like print name, and it expect one argument, and let me return that name here as well. I'm going to take the string interpolation syntax or template literal syntax, you can call it however you like. Okay, so alright, so and next I'm going to console this. So print name, I'm going to pass any kind of a string. In this case I'm passing my name. As you guys can see, I got the output over here. Okay, how can we make this into the arrow function? Alright, now I'm going to create an arrow function. So for that you need to take the constant, and you can give the print name 1 like this, and after that you need to take the brackets like this. Okay, so after the brackets you need to take the fat arrow and just you need to put like this. Okay, so that is how you actually write the this arrow functions. Okay, so nothing much guys, all you need to do just before, actually if you want to create some anonymous function, you need to write the function keyword just like this. Okay, so but when you are trying to create the arrow functions, you don't need to put this function keyword, you need to remove this function keyword and you need to put equal to symbol and greater than symbol. That's it. It is exactly work like as a normal regular function, nothing much difference in this function. Okay, so let me console something here, take the name parameter here, and let me return the same thing in here. Let me console this, print name Harshan, let me comment this. Save it, you can see the output. So both are actually giving the same output. The difference is like syntax. Okay, so instead of using the function keyword, you are using this this fat arrow symbol, and you need to omit the function keyword. So that is all about the function like arrow functions guys. I will take one more example and I will try to explain you some in depth regarding arrow functions. Let me remove all those things. I have already an array here, so let me copy this and paste it here. Okay, so now I try to iterate all those array items and try to show it in the console. How can you do that? Let me take a const and a constant student, print student name. I will take print student name, and I will take a I will just take the student name here, student name dot map. In this case I am taking a normal regular function, and after that I will make it into the arrow function. Okay, so what I am going to do, I'm going to loop everything so in this function, and I will try to return the student names here. Let me take the string interpolation syntax or template literal syntax. You can just type something like the student name is like as a student name. Okay, so I forward this bracket. Okay, already it is working fine. Now I will try to console this Okay, let me show it in the console, save it. Alright, we got the output over here. You can see I got the 3 student names over here. Okay, so how can we make this function into the arrow function? This is actually not an arrow function, so this is a normal regular function. How can we make it? Let me copy this and paste it in here. Make this. So instead of doing like this, I will make it into the print student name 1. Alright, and I'll try to console this here as well. Let me copy it and paste it here. So alright, as you guys can see here, so this function and this function both are exactly same. So now I wanted to make this function into the arrow function. How can I do that? As said you before, just you need to remove this function keyword, and after that you have to put the fat arrow. This is all you need to do. Just take the equal symbol and the greater than symbol. That's it. So let me save it. Now you can see print student name. I got the same output. There is no much more difference between this function output and this function output. Okay, now I'm going to go a little further. So for now, just uncomment this one, comment this one, and let me copy this and paste it underneath this, and I will make this into printf function 2, and here as well. Okay, so what else we can also do with the arrow functions? Here you can see I have the one parameter over here, so I'm just passing one argument to this particular function. So if you have one single parameter, what you can do, you can just remove these brackets. Okay, you don't want to put the brackets. If you just save that, the same output you will get, but I am using the prettier, so that's the reason it is automatically coming here. The brackets are actually coming automatically. So all you need to do, so if you have only one single parameter over here, you just omit the brackets. It is working pretty much fine. Okay, so and if you have the two parameters, you definitely need to take the brackets. Like if you have the index also, if you have the index, like let me print the index also. The index is the index. Let me save it. Check the output. You can see the student name is Harshan and the index is 0. Okay, so we got the output as expected. So alright, so here if you have the two like parameters like this, you definitely need to take the brackets. Okay, if you have only one single parameter, you don't need to take the brackets, you can just remove the brackets. And what we have to do, if you don't have any kind of the parameter, just like that, so do you want to keep this, or do you want to put the brackets, something like that? Okay, so what do you want to do? So if you don't have any kind of the parameter, so you definitely need to put the brackets like this. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you don't have the parameters, you have to take the brackets. If you have one single parameter, you don't need to put this one. If you have the parameters more than one, you definitely need to take the brackets. Okay, and what else you can do with the arrow functions? You can do the implicit return, like in the normal functions you have to take the return keyword and you need to take the curly brackets, things like that, but in the arrow functions you can omit the return keyword and this curly brackets. Let me show you that. Let me copy it and paste it over here. So comment this. So here I need to take the student name and the index as well, and I'm gonna make this into 3, print name 3, student print name 3. Okay, okay, so print name 3, sorry. Okay, it is working. So how can we remove this return keyword? Okay, I will show you that. Let me remove this return here, and let me remove so this curly brackets also. Okay, and I have the semicolon here. Save it. Okay, it is working pretty much fine. So all you need to do, so if you have any kind of a single statement to return in the function, so all you need to do is just remove the return keyword and as well as the curly brackets also. Okay, so that's how actually the arrow functions work. So, and I want to tell you some more things also. So that is, the arrow functions are actually the anonymous functions. The arrow functions are not the named functions. As you guys can see here, this is actually the function and this is actually the function. These functions do not have any kind of the name. So these are actually the anonymous functions. So how okay, well, first let me take one named function, how it actually look like. This is a function keyword, and print student name, something like this, and I'm gonna take curly brackets over here. As you guys can see here, so this is the named function. You can see this function has a specific name, but when come to the arrow functions, you don't have any kind of the name, things like that. The only problem is when you are debugging the code in the console or somewhere, you don't get the call stack, you don't get the errors in the call stack. Let's say for instance, this is the function. If you get any kind of error in this particular function, in the call stack you can get something like print name student has some error. You can immediately come to this function and you can try to fix the code in this block. But when you are dealing with the arrow functions, if any problem happened in this arrow function, you don't get the specific, you don't get much more information in the call stack. That's pretty much it all about the arrow functions. I hope you enjoy this video. If you really find something interested in this video, please hit the like button and share this video to your friends. If you have any kind of questions, please comment below. I will definitely answer you. I hope you enjoy this video. I will see you guys in the next video.